are here in your house sports, wrapping up the championship weekend, conference championships. It's your boy Vasos. See if we remember how to do this. Chiefs Kingdom. We've been we got eliminated from the playoffs, so now we're coming back in because so, we got eliminated, so now we're coming back for the Super Bowl, getting ready to cover all ends. We're taking Nick Saban duty right now.
Making appearances, man.
Making appearances, doing the media, doing all that. And they're like, well, if it was up to us, we'd be doing this.
Yeah.
Making appearances and looking disappointed.
Yeah.
Basically, it is like.
Right. But we've been off for 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
We missed the playoffs, which I mean, most of the games were pretty good.
Man, they
this
were.
playoff season.
I mean, except for the
Eagles and Giants.
Yeah, that one was pretty bad.
Yeah. Other than that, pretty good, wasn't it?
Well, Dallas and Tampa wasn't.
Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah, that was the only one of that weekend that wasn't close.
Yeah.
Well, San Francisco, I think, blew out Seattle in the second half, but other than that was a pretty close game for the most part.
Close game.
But other than that, like I said, those were really the only games that were just kind of. Well, Minnesota and the Giants too was also kind of a blowout.
Yeah, I mean Minnesota's a fraud.
Yeah.
Oh,
you know what it was? They scheduled the game. They scheduled the game for the evening shift, so that's why President's like, "Oh no, I don't work nights."
Yeah.
He called in.
He's like, "I don't know if you guys check my schedule, but I don't work nights. Sorry, my availability is not past 7 p.m."
Yeah.
It's just like, nah, I'm not sure what up, guys.
Right.
It's like
one of those.
It's like you put in for your vacation and they deny it. You better find somebody else.
Yeah, I'm already gone. Sucks for you because I'm already on the plane. I am on the runway.
Yeah, that was
good.
He's like, man, I already made my Cabo reservations. I can't cancel this.
Yeah.
But
overall, though, man, it was pretty good playoffs. I mean, you had, like you said, Dallas and Tampa.
Yeah.
Dallas coming out with the win. Dallas thought they were going to win a Super Bowl after beating Tom Brady.
Old man broke down Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Divorce.
Broke down Tom Brady.
Yeah. Alimony Tom Brady.
Yeah, alimony.
Broke down Tom Brady.
Right.
Tom Brady.
So, and then of course they got their comeuppance with the 49ers. And then I saw people Cowboy fans talking smack today about the 49ers.
Yeah.
Talking about, oh yeah, we would have done better. Like, whatever.
Shut up.
It's like, bro, y'all lost to a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
It made y'all look like punks. Made Dak look like a little biot.
Man, for real.
And what you have, Niners in Seattle?
Yeah. I was gonna say, what was, you know what it was? It was like I saw the commercial today, and I realized why Dak has been playing so bad these days. Why he led the league in tied for the lead in interceptions, because he kept getting picked off by the housewives. That really stuck with him.
That really stuck with him. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it was.
It's because he got picked off by the housewives and then got, started flipping tables and stuff. He thought he was in Buffalo. So.
It was a good playoff. We got the AFC.
Yeah.
We got Buffalo and who was it?
Last week? You talking about?
Yeah, on the AFC side.
Last week it was Buffalo and Cincinnati. Last week. And Cincinnati just blew them off the field.
Yeah.
But before that was Miami and Buffalo. And Buffalo barely kind of scraped by. Skylar Thompson.
Yeah.
Got to pull a rabbit out the hat.
We try to work some magic in.
He had a little bit of the old Fitz magic right there.
Yeah.
Who else did we have on that side?
I think that was pretty much. Well, they had the Jags surprisingly, come out from a 27-0 first half deficit to come back and beat the Chargers.
Yep.
Against the Chargers, and then they get beat by the Chiefs.
Yeah.
All right, they get beat by the Chiefs, and then of course then that led us to the Chiefs versus the Bengals.
Right.
And then the Niners versus the Eagles.
Niners versus the Eagles. I mean, we had the two. What was it? Both? No, they both weren't 1 versus 2. It was 1 versus 3 on the AFC side, and then 1 versus 2 on the NFC side.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could have easily said Cincinnati was the number 2 seed.
Oh
yeah.
I think if they finished that game, or if they were able to, if what happened wouldn't have happened in that Cincinnati Buffalo game, I think Cincinnati would have ended up beating Buffalo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah. So I mean, you could have easily said that's, or you could say it's 2 with an asterisk by it, or 2A, 2B, whatever.
2.
Yeah, 2A, 2B, whatever. But it still was the two best teams in each conference.
Man.
For real, man. Yeah, that's what I liked about it, man, because it wasn't. I mean, of course, we all like the Cinderella teams, right? But
Yeah.
it wasn't that Cinderella team. Like you knew you were gonna get 2 good games.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we only got 1. So.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, we only got 1 because we'll start with San Francisco and Philadelphia, which really wasn't much to talk about outside of the first drive of the game for San Francisco. I mean, Philly went right down the field and scored on a controversial call, controversial catch that wasn't a catch on a 4th down.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, of course, the Eagles fans are gonna call. No, it was.
Yeah. But I mean, if they had won by like 7 points, then yeah, obviously that would have been a big, big gripe. But the fact that it wasn't a 7-point game, that it was like a multi-score game, yeah, that's kind of irrelevant.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, with they drive down the field, and San Francisco, they drive right down, right? On that
no, I think it was.
Oh, they punted it off.
Yeah, they punted it because it was like, I think, Purdy's first pass, I think, or second pass or whatever. But he dropped back to pass, and Hassan Reddick hit him right in the elbow as he was throwing and messed his elbow up. And that was it. I mean, that was pretty much the game at that point. I mean, the San Francisco fought back. They punted the ball, held the Eagles 3 and out. They punted. I think they got the ball back because the ball supposedly hit the wire on the camera.
Yeah.
On the sky camera, and it was a bad kick, and McCaffrey just said, "All right, I got this." And just running fools over.
Yeah. I mean, and you thought it was going to be a game.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, nah, just hand the ball to the white boy and let him run people over. But that didn't go the way he had planned it. So.
Nah, I mean, the Eagles knew as soon as Purdy went out, it was going to be a running game.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, that, and considering the fact that there was no Elijah Mitchell, it was pretty much, it's like you knew, all right, you just look at McCaffrey and you look at Debo, that's it. No quarterback, that means Kittle ain't getting the ball, so we're okay.
Exactly.
So it was tough. I think if Purdy got hurt, it would have been a different game.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, Jalen Hurts only threw the ball for 121 yards.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy that he only threw for that much, and he only ran for another 39 himself.
Wasn't Purdy
perfect on?
Yeah, he was 4 for 4. 4 for 4 for 23 yards. But all his passes were just like little screens and quick screen or quick out, or not out passes, but like receiver bubbles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's all his passes were. So, I mean, it's not like he could really get much on the ball. I mean, you even saw him early on, told Shanahan, I can't throw the ball.
Yeah, he was definitely banged up. You know what I mean? The Niners defense they did what they could, man.
Yeah, they just wore out. They were on the field way too long. Josh Johnson is he's he's on his 18th or 20th team. I think they said this is like his 4th time being in San Francisco. I don't.
Wow.
So I mean,
no, that's Tyrone Taylor, the one that Justin Herbert took the spot from.
yeah. It was Tyrod Taylor. Yeah, they punctured his lung.
Yeah, out of accident.
Right. So Tyrod Taylor has just like the worst luck ever because I mean he lost the starting job to Justin Herbert. He lost the starting job to Baker Mayfield. He lost the starting job to Davis Mills. He lost the starting job back to Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
He's not a bad player.
No, he really isn't. It just he's only good for like a couple games, and then it's like, all right, that's it. Something. The other shoe's about to drop.
Exactly.
But you know, it was like I said, Niners defense did what they could. You could tell they were frustrated. Of course, at that 3-minute mark, you could really tell they were frustrated.
Yeah.
I
mean, well, the Trent Williams slamming down the DB, like it's like, bro, Royal Rumble was last night in San Antonio, not in Philly, bro. Monday Night Raw was here last week.
You're a week late, buddy.
Yeah, it was on Monday, bro. That was 30th Raw. That was the week before.
Yeah, speaking of Raw, how about that promo Kelsey did?
The what?
The promo that Kelsey, Kelsey did?
No.
Oh, you didn't see it?
After the game, no.
Oh man, so they interview Patrick Mahomes, and then Kelsey goes up there because the mayor called Arrowhead Stadium, Burrowhead.
Yeah.
Stadium, and then Kelsey goes, Burrowhead Stadium, my ass. This is Mahomes' house. And then she's like, put some respect on his name. And then while they were getting the trophies, and that was during the interview.
Yeah.
And while they were getting the trophies, he said, Kelsey, they're talking Kelsey. He goes, I got the word for the Cincinnati man. He's like, know your role is just a masterful.
That is great.
Yeah, it was great. I was like, oh, heck yeah, man.
That is great. And you know what the best thing about it is? The 2 top tight ends are wrestling fans, you can tell. Oh, and they know how to cut the promos. So.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, I mean, segue to the Chiefs and the Bengals, man. That was just a heck of a game.
Yeah, I mean, it started out looking like. Go ahead.
I said it just came down to the wire, man.
Yeah, as all the games they played seemed to come down to the wire, but it seemed like it was going to be a blowout right out the gate because Cincinnati or Kansas City just went right down the field.
Yeah. I mean, with Kansas City's not they slowed down in that second half.
Yeah.
It's like they can't,
But that's kind of the story of Kansas City. They get out to a hot start, then they kind of coast, and then they need to turn it on at the end of the game. They try to turn it back on.
Yeah. So it was just a close game. And Burrow's a freaking dog, man.
Yeah, man. He stuck in there.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't help, too. He had like three offensive linemen that were out.
Yeah.
So he got sacked 5 times or so.
But at least 5 times, I think. But I mean, he got sacked 5 times. Yeah. I'm looking at the stats right now.
Yeah.
He got sacked 5 times. Let's see. So he gained in rushing. He had a net of -2 yards because he rushed for 30 yards, but he lost 32 yards. in the sacks. So net wise, he's about negative 2 yards, which isn't that bad, I guess, considering he got sacked 5 times. But and of course the turnovers hurt him. The 2 interceptions that he threw.
Yeah. I mean that last interception was just a great
play.
A great play, man. Because just that play before, they almost did a similar play, just to the opposite side.
Yeah.
And Higgins, what was it? Higgins, that caught that ball.
Yeah.
In 3rd and 16 or whatever it was.
That was on the same side. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, same side.
It was the same side of the field.
Yeah. This time, like I said, it's like the same play, but this time the Chiefs did a bite on it.
Yeah. The number 6 finally he was getting picked on all game.
Yeah.
Getting picked on all game, and he finally got him one.
Uh-huh.
And so, man, it was just a good game, man.
Yeah.
My whole playing with a bum ankle.
And you could tell that he wasn't, as the game went on, you could tell it was starting to hurt him more and more.
Oh, yeah.
For sure, man. And can you imagine what the game would be like if he didn't have a bum ankle?
Oh, man, he would have been running a hell of a lot more.
Yeah.
Dude,
just the throws he was making.
Yeah.
On his ankle, man. That's like, Jesus Christ, he's a dog, man.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell that that little the cortisone shot was starting to wear off, or Demerol. Is that what they're called, the Demerol shot?
Yeah, Demerol. Yeah.
You could tell it was starting to wear off towards the end of the game. He's like, okay, nope, I feel it. Coach, I need you to draw a mustache on me and put Demerol on it.
No,
he's like, where's my State Farm guy?
I mean, dude, like I was worried because the Chiefs secondary is not that great.
And then Snead went out. Was it the first? It was in the first half. It was what, second quarter?
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, dang it. I mean, when you got Jamar Chase and Higgins,
and Boyd and even Hurst as a tight end,
Yeah.
And you got the number 3 receiver for Irwin.
Oh, Adam Cole.
Adam Cole. That's great. Yeah, I mean, Cincinnati got some weapons too.
Yeah, and then you got Mixon in the backfield, P. Ryan too.
Exactly. Man.
So I mean, they're loaded on offense.
This is the next great rivalry right here, man.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 teams that you're gonna that can to get to the AFC Championship game almost every year.
Right. Yeah.
And that Buffalo's just gonna be sitting right out there, like.
Right.
Can we play?
Yeah.
can we play? Yeah. Mama said you're gonna play with me.
Yeah. Mom said you gotta let me play with you guys.
Yeah. And so I mean, from beginning to end, man, it was just a great game, man.
Yeah, it really was. Like I said, it seemed like early on it should have been a lot bigger of a lead for Kansas City than it actually was, because it was only 6-0.
Yeah.
For the longest time, and then it was, then Cincinnati kicked the field goal. I mean, they went right down the field, but they got stopped there towards going towards the red zone. Got stopped, had to settle for that field goal, and then it's like Kansas City was like, all right, game on, I guess. So then they went down and scored that touchdown.
Yeah, man.
I mean, there's that catch that was it Higgins or Chase that just lost Kansas City.
I think it was
Chase. I think it was
Chase.
Talking about the one in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Chase.
He just lost it, man.
Yeah, that one was Chase. The other, I know the one that Burrow, I think, threw the touchdown on, I think, was Higgins.
Higgins, yeah.
I mean, oh, good Lord, man.
Yeah, I mean, the throws those guys were making were just pinpoint accurate, like the touchdown passes and the big plays that they had to make.
Yeah.
And of course, Travis Kelce does Travis Kelce things and just finds a way to get open. Like even that pass in Mahomes, that touchdown pass that Mahomes threw to him in the first half. I mean, just like It's like anybody else, you're sitting there screaming, "No, don't throw it," and you're
Yeah.
worried. But with Mahomes, it's like, I mean, what are you gonna do,
It's my home.
You know,
right?
that's what hers. And then that Bengals last drive,
Oh, just
dude, I was just like, because you know my nephew was here, and he was just like, "Does Cincinnati got a good kicker?" And I was like, "He's a beast, man." I was like, I said, if they get it anywhere to the 50s, you know, took it from the 50s,
yeah,
I said, there's a chance he's going to make it. You know, a real good chance,
yeah,
you know. So I was just like, please don't drive down. Please don't drive down. You know, because like I said, anywhere near the 50s.
yeah. They're kicking that field goal.
Oh, heck yeah.
Well, I mean, he was like, I think the stat was he was like, he's 19 for 19 in the postseason.
Yeah, it's like I think the only misses he's had this postseason were extra points.
Yeah.
And that was against I think the Ravens. I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I was just like, oh my god, man! I'm like, please don't.
Yeah,
Oh, man, it was.
but
Good.
I will say that they got away. There was a lot of holding that just flat out didn't get called
What on the Chiefs?
on Cincinnati.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there were some big time holds that it's. I mean, they were obvious. Like you'd see them grabbing the jersey and pulling them, and it's like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
you know,
Because Joshua was yelling, "That's holding."
Yeah.
But I mean, even you could say that too on Cincinnati or on Kansas City on defense. There were some plays they were holding the receivers.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
It was playoff football.
Yeah,
It was playoff football. And of course,
yeah,
that last drive with Kansas City. They're driving downfield, and Mahomes the one play he really scrambles to go.
Yeah.
Steps out of bounds. What's his name? Osai?
do what? Osai, yeah, Osai.
Osai pushes him while he's out of bounds already. And it's like
Takes out their coach and crunches him in the corner.
I like some.
Mahomes is going to get that call.
Yeah.
He's going to get that call. So. And then when saw that, we're like, that's a flag. You know, it's like, and then you can tell Mahomes was hurt his leg because he came off and he was just like, hey, kick it.
Yeah, kick it. No, we're not running another play. You kick this field goal, Andy.
Kick this one. But, you know, Butler, this season, he's been off and on.
Yeah. I mean, of course, he's been hurt pretty much all season himself.
Yeah.
Hurt his ankle on the first kickoff of opening games.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Where he kicked off and then his foot slid out from underneath him and he turned his ankle.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah, man, I was just like, and then my nephew's like, is Kansas City kicker good? I was like, man. I'm like, he's been off and on this season.
It's like the hard ones he'll make. The easy ones,
yeah,
not so much.
Against Houston, you know, he missed like what, 2 or 3 or something like that.
I think it was 2. And didn't he miss an extra point too?
Yeah.
He missed like 2 field goals and an extra point.
Yeah.
It's funny. I was talking to a buddy of mine, and I was telling him about how you and Josh went to the Kansas City game. I said he was over there freaking out. He says, "Yeah." I was like, my buddy said that he was over there like you could see tears starting to well up. He was so worried and concerned. And he sent me. I said, "You sent me a picture of it," and I said, "Just tell him he'll be all right. It's Houston. We'll find a way to lose. We'll find a way to lose. Trust me."
Sure enough, I think y'all fumbled right on that drive.
Yeah. Davis Mills fumbled the ball.
Yeah.
Trying to run out the pocket. And I was like, "Yep, I knew it. I knew it was gonna happen."
That's us.
It's like we find big. We don't lose in a little way. We find a big way to lose a game. Just go big or go home, and we go home big time. Right. We'll show you how to lose spectacularly. That's what we'll show you how to do. But I mean, credit to Kansas City for again, the defense was probably the worst defense of the conference championships.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Cincinnati's defense is no joke.
No.
Cincinnati's is no joke. San Francisco's no joke, and same with the Eagles.
Yeah.
But man, credit to Spagnuolo for calling a hell of a game.
Man, big time, man. It's gonna be a great Super Bowl, man.
I think it will be. I think the week off really is going to help Kansas City. Really is going to help Kansas City, benefit them big time, because if they play next week, I don't think they have a chance. I think it's like Tampa all over again.
Yeah, for sure.
And they get blown off the field, and that gives Kelsey another week, who got hurt. I didn't even know about this. Got hurt. What was it, Tuesday or Thursday?
Yeah.
In practice, hurt his back.
Thursday.
Yeah, it was like Thursday or Friday, I think.
What is it? Back spasm.
Yeah, had back spasm, hurt his back. Didn't know if he was going to play today, and I was like, "Come on, man, he ain't missing this game." Like when I heard they said he's a game, I said, "Yeah, that dude ain't missing that game." I said, "If it's any other game, he'll probably sit out." I said, "This playoff, that man ain't sitting out."
He's like, hey, bring the shot.
Yeah, I don't care how big the needle is, just put it in there. I don't care. Yeah, so it's gonna be a heck of a Super Bowl, and then you've got the Eagles coming off the run that they've had, being the best team in the league all year, having the possible MVP on their at quarterback. So yeah.
I remember when he first when he started. When did he start? Last year or the year before?
Last year. Last year was his first year starting.
And then there were questions about if he was the guy.
Right.
No, he's not the guy.
Because this is his third year in the league?
I believe so.
It's his third year. It's his second year starting. I know that, but I think it's his third year in the league because he didn't play a whole lot. Because he played 1 year with Carson Wentz. That's right. So yeah, Carson Wentz's last year in Philly was his first year there in the league. And they swapped him in and out, and then they eventually just gave him the starting job because Wentz was just awful.
He got hurt last year, didn't he?
Jalen?
Yeah. Did he get hurt last year?
I think if he got hurt, it was like early in the year. But I don't think it was anything significant where he missed more than like 1 or 2 games. But I mean, he couldn't throw the ball. He wasn't very polished throwing the ball. Now he could run the hell out of it, but they also didn't have that offense set the way it was.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, they set up that team to win now.
Yeah. Right.
They set up that team to win now.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just remember the question like he's not the guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, this guy's a winner.
I think him leaving Alabama really lit a fire underneath him. Because I mean, you could tell if he had stuck around for his final college season and stayed at Alabama, even if he goes to, I don't think he has that fire.
Nah. I mean, because when he went to Oklahoma, he had something to prove.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though they lost in the playoffs, he proved that he could do it with another team.
Right. But he also improved his game, and as much as we don't like Lincoln Riley, credit to him for putting him in a position that he can succeed in, catering to his strength, but also developing him as a passer. So that's it. As much as we don't like giving that guy credit where all credit's due. I mean, he helped get him there.
Yeah, so it was just. It's gonna be a great Super Bowl, man. Like looking at tickets, they're like $5,000, man.
Shoot, that's cheap for Super Bowl tickets in this day and age.
I mean, it is in Arizona too.
Well, yeah, that's true. You got the strong retirement community out there in Arizona.
I mean, if it was
in LA, you could tickets be
I think last year they were like $7,000-8,000. I think.
Yeah, I probably think they're like, I was making not now. I mean, I ain't going, but
Right.
they're like 5,000, and the ones on the floor were 13,000, and then of course the club seats.
Yeah. Oh God, I can only imagine how expensive those were.
Yeah, those were.
18, 16.
No. TV. The couch is good.
That's good.
The couch is good.
So, yeah, it'll be a good Super Bowl, that's good.
It is going to be a good Super Bowl. And speaking of Super Bowl, we have a week to build it up for everybody to get healthy. But next week,
Yep.
we got a big announcement for ourselves next week.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we do.
So I mean, we're going to be partnering and going over to Rogue Media. They're going to be producing next week's Super Bowl preview show that we'll be doing. So that's going to be exciting. That's going to be a lot of fun. So if those that don't know Rogue Media, they're the ones that produce, fellow Wacoan podcast. What did Andrew win? Podcast of the year for Waco?
Yeah.
For Public Affair, for those that don't know, Andrew G, Public Affair. That's where he does his show. Those are the guys and girls that do his show, make it look as great as it does. Hopefully they can work their magic on us.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
We give them something to excited about, and maybe like, hey, that's what we could.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. Like I said, we're excited. We're excited to do that. You'll be hearing about it all. We'll be bombarding you all week with reminders about it.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I said, we're real excited about that, and it's gonna be fun. It's definitely gonna be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to it. So check out details for that coming throughout the week.
I mean, we could probably get Kellen Moore on.
I mean, he's not doing anything.
He ain't doing nothing.
If that's the case, we can just call Mike and be like, hey, Mike McCarthy, I know you're not busy this week, so.
Yeah. Where do you think Kellen Moore's going to go?
Somebody will give him a job. Somebody will be stupid enough to give him a job.
Or the Ravens, the OC, Titans, the OC.
I could see Frank Wright calling him and saying, hey, dude, I heard you got fired. I got an offensive coordinator spot.
Well, I could see him with the Titans, man.
I could see that, too. I could see Vrabel giving him a call. But I don't know, dude. That's just like, I don't know. Well, for the Titans case, no, because we know how pass happy Kellen Moore gets.
Yeah.
And you got Derrick Henry. You don't need to be throwing the ball.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's why I think with Carolina, which, I mean, Carolinas don't really have much of anything. So, I mean, they're kind of open to what they can do. So, I mean, it's not like they have a set formula that this works.
Right.
You don't have that one player that you game plan around versus Tennessee, where it's you get King Henry the ball and you get the hell out of the way.
Exactly.
Yeah. Derrick Henry right, Derrick Henry left. That's the play. It's like what was it? One of the announcers used to call my high school games. RIP, by the way, just passed away this week. He used to say, he goes, yeah, he'd always compare our offense to the Bills, and then he'd always throw a Cowboy jab in there at some point. Like he'd always find a way to sneak in the Cowboys. He'd say, yeah, back in the day, he goes, the playbook for the Cowboys used to be Emmett right and Emmett left. He says, that's all it was. He says, there was no, he goes, it was Troy, it's Emmett right, Emmett left, or Von Michael. That's all it was. He says, that's all the he goes, I don't know how the offensive coordinator or Norv Turner gets all this credit for just saying, throw it to Michael. Or give it to Emmett. Run right.
Do something. That's it.
Yeah. Just get in the way of somebody.
It's like, you know what?
Yeah. Troy, just don't screw it up.
Exactly.
You screw this up, then you someday you'll be partnered with Joe Buck. That's my promise.
He was a prophet.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an exciting week, and can't wait for Saturday.
Oh yeah, definitely can't wait for Saturday. So that's going to be, like I said, I'm excited. I know we've probably said that repeated. We're excited. I don't know how many times now, but we're all three going to be there. So Manny, forgot to tell them where Manny's at this week. Since he's not here right now.
I mean, Manny, he was at the Kansas City game. Interviewing for a particular OC position. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he went to Kansas. Well, he went from Kansas. He went to Kansas City, but he also made a stop in Dallas before.
Yeah.
Before the game kicked off, when we got the notification and news that Jerry finally decided to pull the plug on Kellen Moore. Cut his credit card and say, "Nope, you're on your own, son."
Figure life out by
yourself. But yeah, all three of us will be there next week. So, like I said, stay tuned for that throughout the week for more details. We'll get them to you once they come to us. So, but be looking for that again. Rogue Media, In Your House Sports, gonna do it big next week. So, y'all stay tuned for that. Anyway, be sure to like and subscribe to the podcast. Hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. Like on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. In Your House Sports on Facebook, InYourHouse.sports on Instagram. I promise we'll have pics at least. I think that way we'll actually finally have pics that I can upload on Instagram.
Yeah, there you
go. But yeah, YouTube, In Your House Sports. Like and subscribe on that. So for your boy Vasos, we'll see y'all next week.